got y'all one. We get at least one.
What up, KK? We live. We live.
Like
we live.
The best player in the
Yo,
NBA.
yo. What up? Listen to the Fair Weather podcast. You join with A-Rod, Sammy, and Vic. We talking basketball right now. We're like deep into the conversation. This is a fun time of the year.
Wait,
Now,
we're live?
Yeah, we're live.
We're live, baby.
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, shit.
Hey, listen. Normally, I think everybody expected me to be on the show very depressed today, and I am. But I already got over it. I already cried. The tears are already out. You know, elephant in the room. Yeah, the Phillies let me down again last night. It's like all my teams lately have been so good, and then they keep losing in the finals and in the championships and in the playoffs. And it's like, I'd much rather just, kill me early instead of kill me late. But you know what? I'm good.
Show me the gun.
I'll show me the gun. But I'm good because as baseball is ending for me, basketball is picking back up. And this is like one of my favorite times of the year. In the fall when basketball is picked up, football is in the middle of the season. It's like the weather's getting a little bit nicer. So I'm happy. I'm okay. I'm chilling. How's everybody else doing? Sammy, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. So I'm gonna try my best to be an MC, but I got the Celtics-Knicks game over here on the side. That is also why we're obviously streaming a little bit earlier. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I'm excited for the NBA season, man, and excited for the talk we're gonna have today. So.
Vic?
Hey, I'm doing well. Come back to me because I'm right now. I'm comparing Jason Tatum's defensive rating from 2021 to 2022 to the 2022-2023 season. So come right back to me.
All right. Hey, Rod, what's up?
Your resident Knicks fan here, just chilling with a bunch of townies in the Philly. So I'm good, man. I'm chilling.
And what's the craziest, wackiest thing you've seen this week?
Craziest, wackiest thing I've seen, I think, is Dwight Howard coming out now. Wave that flag, brother. Come on out
that
there.
Let that man live, man. Let that man live. Hey, listen.
All
I care about is if he's happy. If he's happy, I'm happy. You know what I'm saying?
I'm happy for him.
Be happy, bro. Just be comfortable in your own skin, bro. That's all.
I'm okay with it, bro. I have no problem, but I just think it's crazy. I remember, like, what was it? A couple years back, he got popped with a trainee that came out against him and said some things about him, and he denied it. And now you got this guy, no physical charges, but like a dispute over money is now being thrown out there, and he's gonna get that money, boy.
So KK, you were right. Tatum's defense did slide a little bit, but his net rating was better. Net rating was better last year than it was the previous year. And I will say this, A-Rod, sorry to cut you off, but just to add to what you were saying, he who denied it supplied it, if you know what I'm saying.
Or hides it. One of the two.
Talking about a fart, like whoever smelled it dealt it.
We're talking about a fart. We are talking about a fart. Sammy, what's crazy and wacky for you?
Man, I'm mad that A-Rod took mine, but I could just elaborate on it like we were talking about beforehand. Like, I saw the report, and, like, it was super casual, all the comments on the report, right? And I'm like, I thought of that meme from, what is it? Where it's the guy from, what is it? Are We There Yet? Or like, the movie with... Anyway, so I'm sitting there reading the white kid where he's like, "Oh, you guys are getting paid," or you know what I mean, like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I was thinking, I was the same thing where everybody was kind of just casual about like, "Oh, Dwight Howard's an idiot," whatever, and I was like, "Wait, did everybody know he was gay?" Which again, I don't care, live your life, right? But that was a shocking thing to me because this is how many years he's been in the league, and I didn't even know that. But I guess I don't know ball, but.
Sammy, you
don't know. You don't know ball, bro.
If you know ball, you know Dwight Howard also knows ball. So
I didn't know that.
So which is cool. You know what I mean? It's cool. I'm just But listen, mine a little bit unsports related. This whole shit that's been going on. First of all, if I watch another broadcast with Tony Romo or whoever else is on the broadcast and Taylor Swift is at the stadium, I'm not watching the game. I've seen her face too much over the last week, and it's driving me crazy. But I'm gonna bring this up to that shit.
So.
Who cares, bro? Like, is she the first celebrity to be with an NFL player? Like, come on, I get it. She's there. Like, they make all these references, like all these song references, and I'm like, bro, y'all sound so corny.
So, can I put it into perspective for you? I'm listening. It would be like if Michael Jackson was dating Dwight Howard.
Yo. Dog.
Hey, he's a light skin, so maybe.
Hey,
And now we have Michael back in the box today. Look at him. Oh, look at him. He's hanging out with Dwight's brother. Oh, wow. It's beautiful.
God. Anyway, you know what? I think I know what it is. It's because every time I see Taylor Swift, now I gotta see Brittany Mahomes and Jackson Mahomes, and those two drive me fucking crazy. They drive me crazy. So maybe that's what's bothering me. But speaking about women on dates, right? Y'all all seen this shit with that chick on TikTok talking about Cheesecake Factory is not an acceptable first date. Have you not seen that yet?
I have. I actually saw the Barstool Minuteman.
Okay.
About that. Yeah.
So here's a list. Here's her top 10 of places that she will not like to be taken on the first date. Well, I don't know if this is just her or this is women in general that did a poll, but yeah, I think it was women in general. All right. Cheesecake Factory. Mind you, this is the first date. Cheesecake Factory, Applebee's, Chili's, Chipotle, Olive Garden, the movies, your house, any fast food chain, Buffalo Wild Wings, and Wingstop. Now, I don't know. I call me old fashioned or something like that, but like, who the hell do you think you are if you think all of those 10 places are not acceptable? The movie theater, Cheesecake Factory. Have y'all ever been
I will
to
say
Cheesecake
this.
Factory?
I will say this. So, shame on her for saying Cheesecake Factory is not good for a first date. I don't know you well enough to take you to the Capitol Grill. I'm sorry for a first date. Yeah, I'll take you to the Cheesecake Factory. But if a girl thinks that they're cool enough for me to take her to Buffalo Wild Wings, hell no. That means I'm not paying attention to you. And I'd rather go to Buffalo Wild Wings and enjoy the wings, or enjoy the sauce, I should say, and watch sports. I'm not taking a girl there. You know what I mean?
Let's say she's a Patriots fan, and you're like, yo, I met this cool ass chick. She wants to go watch the game with me tomorrow at Buffalo Wild Wings. You wouldn't take her to Buffalo Wild Wings?
You better pray Capitol Grill has TVs in there.
So here's the thing: as somebody who hasn't gone on a date with anybody that's not their wife in 10 years, something like that.
Good for you, bro. Good for you.
I thought all those places were awesome. I thought, hey, honey, you want to go to Chipotle today?
Hell yeah.
Like, basically, they said, like, okay, no chain restaurants for dates. But, like, okay, is this what the world we're living in? This is the thing, is like, all right, now y'all, like, I've already got this image of angry old man on the porch thing, and now you guys are making me show that even more here, okay? But I'm sorry, like, I prefer like the Cheesecake Factories over the mom and pop. There's a reason Cheesecake Factory is Cheesecake Factory.
Vic, is she the new
and Mama
villain?
Bello's is Mama Bello's on the sidewalk somewhere. You know what I mean?
Bro, that shit it's not like Cheesecake Factory is cheap. Like that bill will earn you a little bit of money.
Big
and
time.
you have
the
a
menu.
whole,
The menu is so fast.
The menu is amazing.
I'm overwhelmed by it, to be
find
honest.
something on the menu you don't like. So I don't know, man. I don't know. These women, y'all gotta chill. Like, come on, man. Like, y'all want us to be 6 feet tall. Y'all want us to take you to Capitol Grill. You want us to have this much money, fish. You know, can fight. Like, y'all.
Driving Mercedes.
Driving Mercedes.
No,
They ain't no Build-A-Bear for us. It's what you get. That's
You
what you
picked me
get.
up in a Camry. Oh my God! Like, oh damn, I'm responsible. My bad.
Yeah, right. I care
I'm
about the
irresponsible.
environment. Sorry.
My bad. I got a Prius. Okay, whatever.
Pull up in your Camry. My last one had a Tesla.
And at that point, I close the door and drive away. Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
right.
I got
I'm
church,
out here.
bitch. See ya.
Well, it was nice meeting you. Adios. All
I'm
right,
broke.
let's get back on topic. Go ahead, Sammy. Take us away. Where we at?
Hey, man. So, no college football this week, unfortunately, for all of you, just because we got so much NBA content we're going to talk about. We're obviously going to get into NFL. We're going to try to go by as quickly as possible with a lot of NFL stuff because, NFL is still always relevant no matter kind of what season we're in. But, yeah, and then after that, we're diving straight into the NBA. Pause. And, yeah, I got a great Who Do You Love for us.
Hey, just like
Man.
Dwight Howard, right?
Yeah, exactly. I know ball,
Yo,
baby.
so Sam, you like kind of slowed down when you got there. You're like, oh,
Because I
shit,
knew,
what am
I was like,
saying?
I don't know how else to word this, so I'm just going to do it. All right, first and foremost, so KK, obviously last week you had a little bit of a situation, right? The first Eagles lost to the Jets. And then we had this Sunday come around. Or Monday. Was it Monday? Sunday or Monday? Sunday or Monday night? It was Sunday night. Yeah, it was Sunday night because I remember I was running on the treadmill. And, bro, tremendous victory. So I know you're just coming off the loss of the Phillies, but
which I told you I wasn't really overly concerned about.
Right, but now this gives you the opportunity to kind of get excited about the Eagles again, right? Like, yeah, the one loss, whatever, glad it happened now, but now like that's a huge win. You guys got a huge win against Miami. So go through some of your thoughts from that game, man.
The win for me was that we held our offense to 10 points. I was nervous about they about to just run us out the building and make us have to score 45 with them. Besides that pick six that they got to give them 17 points, we held their offense to 10 points. That to me was the biggest win I could ask for. On top of the fact that, again, against the Jets last week, our defense was a little bit hobbled. I'm happy Slay was able to play. I'm happy Bradbury was able to play. Eli Riggs played really well, undrafted free agent from Alabama, who I don't know how he didn't get drafted. And then we're going to talk about some buyers and sellers in a little bit, but obviously, what we added to our secondary as well after the fact. So, and to see Jalen Carter just get after the quarterback, Hassan Reddick stopping the run and getting after the quarterback, Josh Sweat I'm so happy to see that our defensive line is picking up where they left off from last year. Our offensive line is holding up. We got to cut down on the turnovers, obviously, but a lot of these turnovers are like the pick six that happened. That was just great ball skills, and he was able to back the ball down. Wow.
Thanks, Dwight Howard.
Wow. Anyway, he was able to tip the ball. God damn. And obviously it was a cool play. The fumble, all that stuff is whatever. But like I said last week, and like I said this week, and how I'm feeling about this team, I was never down on the team. I know we just got to stay healthy. I'm happy that we added who we added, and to hold Miami's offense to 10 points. Pat on the back, because everyone's going to be like, oh, well, Jalen Ramsey and Xavier Howard, which is cool. They didn't play, but they also don't play offense. So to hold that offense to 10 points, I'm pleased.
Sammy, do you mind if I just give out the team stats real quick?
Please.
I like to be the numbers guy. I like to come in quick here. I totally agree with KK, everything he said there, and on top of that, I agree with the fact that Miami are frauds. So you just see how this game wasn't even as close as the 14-point margin would let you have it. So Miami ran only 48 offensive plays the whole game, compared to the Eagles 68. Time of possession, 13 more minutes to go to the Eagles. And then if you look at the sack percentage, Jalen Hurts was only sacked 8.8% of the time. And sacks taken 4-3. Not big disparity there, but where it comes down to is the red zone efficiency, gentlemen. These birds are killers in the red zone. 4 out of 6, 67% in the red zone to Miami's 0 for 1. And from somebody that knows what it's like to be 0% in the red zone, I know for a fact this is a big play scoring team, Miami. And if they don't get the big plays, they cannot win the game. Limit big plays, you can beat Miami. And the Eagles gave you a blueprint the other night. So I like this Eagles team going forward. I am down on Miami.
And
yeah, I'm fine.
Can I just really quick after that? And keep in mind, you said that the score wasn't as close as it seemed or whatever, right? Like the end of the game, we had the ball with the last couple minutes of the game, and we decided to kneel the ball. We could have won the game 38 to 17. So absolutely. But go ahead, A-Rod.
Yeah, I'm coming back to life with what I said about the Dolphins in the past. I think that 70-point game just made me want to see the smoke and mirrors, but I'm with you, Vic. I think they're pretenders. I think there's something there that just they can't get over the hump. I don't know if it's injuries. I don't know if it's cockiness. I don't know if it's they want to blow the smoke up our ass. Pause. I don't know what it is. So I'm everything I've been saying about the Eagles, I think I'm pretty spot on. Even in my pick about saying A.J. Brown is going to be that dude this year. A.J. Brown is that dude. He's having a good year, and he's one of those players that gets caught up, and we know him, but we don't talk about him enough. We want to stick to the big three receivers that are out there and give them all the praise. But A.J. Brown is showing that he can be elite. And I still say that I think he still is elite. So, yeah, tip of the hat to the Eagles, man. Fly, Eagles, fly.
I don't want to take too much away from the Dolphins, though. I think they ran into a buzzsaw. That's our defense. There's a reason why the disparity was 68 to 48 plays, because we don't get off the field. We already know that when it's first down, it's not first and 10 for us. It's first and 9. Because no matter what, if it's a yard away, we do the tush push. We did the tush push or brotherly shove on our 26-yard line. Like, that is how ballsy we are with that whole situation.
It was almost 2 yards, too, on that one. That was crazy.
Exactly. And there was never a doubt that we were not going to get that first down.
There was a doubt. There's a little bit of a doubt.
There was never a doubt, bro. There has not been one doubt. To me.
It's undeniable. And on top of that,
2
KK,
yards though.
This Eagles team reminds me of a Patriots team back in the day, and I'll tell you why. So if you look at the penalty yards, right? How many penalty yards did the Eagles have? Zero penalties in an NFL game. Yep. 10-0, guys. That's insane. 70 yards. 70 yards was the disparity between the two teams.
Too, like, everybody's real amped up to play. So, like, and keep in mind, we did commit some penalties, but they were always offset by Miami's penalties. So it's like, for us to kind of just, keep our composure. That was another. Mike McDaniels is a young coach, and so is Sirianni. But Sirianni seems to already have. He has everybody like following the leader type of situation. And, Miami is Miami. Like, there's South Beach and Pat Riley's crib and 8th Street. And you know what I'm talking about? They got a lot of shit going on down there. So it's hard to get everybody like that. Whereas the Philly, this is cold, sad, gray. All you got to do is play football.
Yeah, just don't wear if they don't wear Sixers jerseys to big games, they'll be all right. Sorry, KK.
So Vic, I'm glad you got to the Patriots point, because that was going to be kind of my next question with our little quick fair weather round robin. A-Rod's a little bit on the bench right now because the Jets had a bye week, so didn't have a lot to kind of stare at there. But my question, and this could be everybody, is, was the Patriots win over the Buffalo Bills bad for the franchise? And because in my
eyes, go first, but I cannot wait to rebuttal you. I already know what you're going to say.
Absolutely. It was terrible for the franchise. This team fucking sucks. Okay? Now, this win was a fucking fluke, dude. Okay? All right, so look at this. Look, I'm just looking numbers wise, okay? Like I always do.
Red zone this time.
What? I'm gonna do red zone. I'm gonna give you the red zone. So for the first time all season, the Pats won the red zone, 60% to 50%. We were there a whole fucking 5 times. Holy shit, dude! I don't even know what that looked like. And now I'm in there 5 times. I feel like I'm fucking
Jason
Donna
cooking.
Summers or some shit. Yeah, let me just watch the game, please. And then if you look at defensively, the Celtics, the Pats lost. Tackles for loss. They only had 3 to the Buffalo's 5. This is a fluke game. Time of possession, Buffalo won. Offensive plays, Buffalo won. Offensive yards, Buffalo only lost by 20 yards. Yards per play, we won. We're not a big play team, but somehow we got the big plays there. This team is not built to win games, and yet we won a game somehow. Fuck you, Bill Belichick.
All right, listen, sir. Why are you mad that they won the game? Because they're not going to get the first overall pick? Is that why you're mad?
Yes.
All right. Let's pull up this list of quarterbacks who are right now top 10 in let's do passer rating, all right? We're going to do our top 10 passer rating quarterbacks. Tua, he was the number 5 pick. Brock Purdy, 7th round. Lamar Jackson, number 32 overall pick. Kirk Cousins, 4th round. Patrick Mahomes, number 12 pick. Josh Allen, number 7. Russell Wilson, 3rd round. Jared Goff, obviously 1st round. Herbert. You see what I'm saying? Every quarterback does not hit. No matter what, if you guys decide to draft a quarterback in the 1st, 2nd, or 3rd round, at the end of the day, they still gotta hit. We're looking at, we're watching all these quarterbacks in the NFL right now. Baker Mayfield is a backup. Who else? Derek Carr is a backup. Andy Dalton is a backup. All these, Jared Goff is reigniting his career, but he was all just worried to being a backup. Jameis Winston is a backup. just because you're getting a good quarterback first, second, or third overall does not mean they're going to be that guy. So if you guys obviously knew that you could draft well, you went and got Tom Brady in the 6th round, and he created the dynasty for you guys. At the end of the day, you want your team to feel good about themselves, and there's no such thing as a can't miss player because we see people miss all the time. It's just it depends on the situation you bring them in, the coaching that you have, the players on the field. So to me, go out, get the damn victory, and then when the draft comes, do what you got to do. Howie Roseman, he's been so crafty with how he does the draft and free agency and all that stuff. We don't need to be tanking. We figure it out in free agency. We figure it out in the trade market. We trade up, we trade down. So you just have to have better people in the front office, not just depending on. You can't just base everything on. Oh, we got to draft Caleb Williams #1 or Drake.
First of all, how dare you use numbers against me? That was like a slap in the face.
But I was right.
No, I mean I understand your point, and your point is valid, 100%. I totally get that. It's about who you draft, not where you draft them.
Correct.
But here's my issue, KK, is that I don't trust this organization to draft correctly. And I think that the only way that they will draft correctly is if they're hamstrung into a position where they have to draft correctly. I feel like if Bill Belichick is the 5th overall pick, instead of drafting Drake May or another whatever quarterback is there, he'll draft a guard out of Tucson State Community College.
What makes you think he won't do that with the 1st, 2nd, or 3rd overall pick? Like,
I feel like with the 1st overall pick you cannot, 2nd overall pick you cannot. I feel like you can't. You're hamstrung with those. I feel like even him, he has to be able to take the top quarterback. Now, that doesn't stop him from trading down, but I think that at least gives him a little bit of less leeway than he would with the 10th or 7th or 8th overall pick. I don't trust him at all.
You don't trust Bill,
and to add
I don't
to
trust
that,
Bill to make the right choices.
To add to what Vic is talking about, I think when you look at the NFL, where the NFL is going, and how Bill Belichick drafts and how he's constructing the offense. I'm not talking about the defense. I think the defense is timeless, and it's shown that this defense can be effective no matter kind of what year, era, whatever. But I think you look at this offense, it's so boring. It's absolutely boring. And the fact that this game showed that we can score points is just bad, right? Like, it's just I want more onus on player personnel, like on offense, to be out of Bill's hands, right? Like I want our offense to be constructed completely different than what it currently is. I want him to stay as a head coach. I want him to coach that defense as well as he always has. But that offense is just not good. It's not good.
You know what they need to do? You know how they did Bruce Arians? They need to just move them up into like a position upstairs, but he don't really make no decisions like that. That's what they need to do with Bill. Like, at the end of the day, he's getting old. The game is passing by. I still respect you for what you've done for my friend. Like Bruce Arians won 1 Super Bowl for the Bucks, and they promoted him to a seat upstairs immediately. Bill Belichick deserves to not have to be on the sideline, dealing with all this bullshit no more. Just put him in a room upstairs next to Robert Kraft and go get yourself some young coaches like a Lincoln Riley and some shit like that. I don't know.
Get him some toys.
Exactly.
Get him. That's what I'm saying.
Go into the room.
No, because I don't want him making decisions. I think I should give A-Rod the floor here because I know he is a South New England hater, so he deserves the floor a little bit. But before you go, A-Rod, I do want to say I cannot. I think the opposite. I think we need to promote somebody upstairs and let Bill keep doing the head coach and just stay the fuck away from the offense.
I agree with Vic said. I think Bill can still be the coach. I think he runs the defense right. But I think he's doing way too much. And this scheme of drafting players that give Patriots fans heart attack when they hear their names called day 1 or maybe even day 3, depending where Bill decides to move down to. It's scary, man, because there's a lot of talent that I'm sure you guys have seen get picked, and you're like, damn, that would have been nice to see that, or that might fit our scheme. Well, wow, look, a receiver, he's actually doing well. He could have been a New England Patriot. So instead of N'Keal Harry. So
AJ
AJ
Brown.
DK Metcalf.
Debo Samuel.
Samuel.
I mean, there's just a list. Hey, remember when he drafted that Nazi kicker in the 3rd round? What the fuck was that? Yo,
I like seeing the.
he's like, nah, man, I covered up. It's cool. I covered it up. It's cool.
I like seeing the plummet from 1 all the way down to the cellar, and trust me, I do. But for you guys' sake, I feel like it's been enough for you, and just don't make him the GM. Get a GM and get someone that he can work with. And
if he's gonna be the coach, he needs to go watch what Pete Carroll's doing. Pete Carroll, like, you know what? I'm just going to adjust and I'm going to adapt. And Pete Carroll's he's making the most out of Geno Smith. Geno freaking Smith. All right, so
I will say
I'll
this.
tell you what they need to do. They need to do this. What they need to do. They need to get ask Bill who you would want to work with, and then go interview a whole bunch of candidates and come back and put their faces on a piece of paper and show them just Bill, point your finger to one, and maybe he'll just maybe one.
He wants Nick Saban, trust me.
But I will give them credit. I will give them credit. If you watch a lot of the scheme that they use, they moved Onwenu to right tackle, somebody who can actually play right tackle, and they also used a lot more of Kendrick Bourne and Demario Douglas, who unfortunately are our 2 best wide receivers. I don't know why it took 7 games for Bill Belichick to realize that those 2 guys should be on the field and Devontae Parker should be on the practice squad. But there was some improvement there.
It's because Bill has lost the locker room, I think. Honestly, he doesn't. He's still coaching these guys like it's the early 2000s, and it's not. Times have changed. These guys are professionals. They don't want to be treated like college kids anymore. They want to be treated like professionals, and not subservient to Bill Belichick. They want to be equals, right? Yeah. And Bill comes in there with this mentality that he has earned, some kind of mystique, but I don't think it. And this is all speculation, right? I'm just completely speculating. I have no insider information. I'm just some fucking guy. But what it looks like to me is that these guys are like, yo, fuck this guy. I mean, he's kind of a dick. And he's old.
Not Bill. Oh, that hurts.
Yeah,
you still gotta respect the man. The man is still the man. You know what I mean?
I get that, but I don't think that the reverence, appeals as much to this younger generation. And here I am sounding like the guy, on his porch again. Yeah, get off my fucking lawn. No, but to these younger guys, I don't feel like this. What? I don't give a fuck what you did 10 years ago, Bill Belichick. What are you going to do for me? How are you going to help me and my family?
He's right.
And honestly, that's the way I would look at it. So
these kids nowadays don't respect the elders. So yeah, you're right. You're right.
These kids these days, get off my fucking lawn, Rex.
All right, moving on. We don't want to make it a Townie Sports segment because we are going to make it a Townie Sports segment later when we talk about the Celtics. But the next segment we got is I wanted to keep with the hip hop theme, so I called it the Paid in Full segment. Thinking of a master plan. So this segment we talk about the buyers and the sellers at the NFL trade deadline. So I kind of put a couple examples of kind of what I was getting at on that little notes for you guys. So I mean, kind of a freestyle. We could start with A-Rod. We could start with you. Talk about some of the teams that potentially you see could be big buyers or sellers, kind of at the top of the list, and then kind of work your way down. And then we'll go a little round robin that way.
So who I think are buyers and sellers?
Yeah, man. And who do you think would be good fits anywhere? Because, I mean, the trade deadline's in, 5 days?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're about a week out, yeah.
All the buyers.
Hey, Rob, start with the AFC, since, that's your start. Yeah, start with the AFC.
Yeah.
Who's a buyer in there? Definitely the Bills are going to be buyers. The Dolphins, all the teams that are in the top, 10, they're all going to be buyers. They're not going to come out and blatantly sell it. I know Mike McDaniel's like, oh, we're fine. He's going to be a buyer. They're going to go get somebody, and you don't know who it's going to be. But I know Dalvin Cook's name is being thrown out there because the Jets are, I don't know what they're thinking now, because they're thinking like me. Well, we're kind of good, but, might as well just start cutting some payroll now since we're not going to win without Aaron Rodgers. So I get the move, but
smart.
It is, but it puts more work on to Breece Hall, and Michael Carter I still think is a good backup, but then you got rid of Donovan McKnight, so
That's why McCole Hartman got out of there. He's like, yeah, y'all don't need me no more, bro.
yeah,
Go back home.
that move. I got that move. We weren't
Yeah.
throwing to him, so it makes sense. Like Zach Wilson can't be anything like Aaron Rodgers or even Patrick Mahomes, so it makes sense to get rid of him and make him happy. I don't want to go through each division. I'm just gonna go with like teams that I think are good buyers and stuff like that.
The most interesting ones, kind of the maybe some things that you saw
Show us,
through
show
Twitter.
us your pen.
Show us a gun.
My pen. I think personally, the Lions are going to be one of those teams that are going to be buyers. I think they're going to try and beef up that defense somehow. I like the foundation of everything that they have on offense. They may even go get another receiver. I don't know. San Fran, as put together as they are, they're going to say they need receiver help. They may go get a receiver. I just don't know who it is. And I don't know. I think
You think receivers is all they need?
I think receivers all they really need, looking at it.
I mean, they couldn't stop Kirk Cousins on Monday Night Football. They couldn't stop PJ Walker on.
It's a primetime game, and it happened to be Kirk Cousins' time to finally shine. That's all I can say.
I don't think their defense is as good as people say it is. I think they have the right people to make it look intimidating, but to me, like they get gashed. Like they let PJ Walker and Kirk Cousins with no Justin Jefferson look pretty damn good, in my opinion. So like I think because like offensively they figure that shit out. Like Shanahan is good at that shit. To me, defensively is where they're starting to kind of slip a little bit. That's how I see it, at least.
So according to Pro Football Focus, the San Francisco 49ers are number 1 in total defense overall. They are number 3 in pass rush. They are number 3 in coverage. And, actually, they are number 12 in run defense. And
that's what it is.
They can't really tackle very well as well. But
that's what I'm saying.
Oh no, they're number 1 in tackling, so their defense is pretty good.
All right, let's not hone in on that. Like, okay, well, they could use a defensive player. I get that, but I think the biggest one for me though is going to be Kansas City. I think they know they need another receiver. I like Rashard Rice a lot. I like him a lot. I think he's going to be the new star there, but I think they're going to let him wait out the year. But I could see them getting one of these diva-ass wide receivers like Devontae Adams or someone like that.
Can we talk about that too? No, I'm just kidding.
The Chiefs don't need to do that though. Last year they won the Super Bowl with Juju Smith-Schuster as the number 1 receiver. Like they don't give a shit. They got Travis Kelce, who I watch every week. Everybody knows he's the best player on the field, and he's wide open every single play. So, and Rashee Rice is doing great. They brought back McCole Hartman. Tony's gonna have a game here and there. The other guy, Sky Moore's gonna have a game there, like MVS. Like to me, they don't need to do that either. Like to me, like it's really hard to go in the middle of the season and say we need to go get ourselves a receiver. Like the Rams did with OBJ, but like outside of that, it's like you don't really see that. Like to me, it's a pass rusher, it's a safety, it's a offensive lineman. It's something that's like because receiver is just to me it's such a beautiful position. You know what I mean? Like it's cute. Let's put him out there. But you got the quarterback like Kirk Cousins. Look at me, like Patrick Mahomes. They don't really matter who the hell's out there because as long as they catch the football, they'll be all right. So to me, pass rusher, linebacker, safety, that's the kind of shit to me that's going to take your team over the edge. And we look at the ones that are available. I know Chase Young. I've seen his name get thrown around as being available. Daniil Hunter. Like those are the type of guys to me that are going to change life. And then Jerry Jeudy, from a receiver standpoint, yeah, he can go somewhere, but I don't think he's going anywhere to go win somebody a Super Bowl. He's just going to go somewhere so he can kind of restart his career. That's how I see some of these people who are available. But that's just me. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I mean, everyone's entitled to their opinion. The way that I see it is that Kansas City looks horrible throwing the ball this year, except when it's not going to Travis Kelce. So that's just what I'm trying to say. I agree with you 100% what you said, but I feel like this is going to be a year that they make a move there. I think Chase Young is definitely out of Washington. They didn't give him the bread. They said, prove it to us. And now they're just going to be like, well, we're just going to get rid of this guy. And, sucks to suck because that's the kind of team we are. But
Patrick Mahomes.
Different ownership, though, A-Rod.
Yeah, no, I know that.
Patrick Mahomes is second in touchdowns this year. 101 quarterback rating. QBR is 76.9. It don't matter who the hell is out there. Again, I watched Juju Smith-Schuster, who can't do shit for New England right now. Was important.
He's injured.
You know what I mean? So
he's injured.
He was injured last year too. He's slow, can't get off the line the way he's always been. But they found use for him. So to me, receivers, it's just it's nice to have. Like, for example, you're right. They brought in Tony last year, and Tony didn't do shit until he played us in the Super Bowl, and then he decided to be wide open a lot. But to me, they don't really need to do all of that. Like, they need to go. Let's get another pass rusher. You know what I mean? Like, let's get somebody to stop the run, or let's make sure our safeties are shored up, or Patrick Mahomes is protected. Like, to me, if you're a Super Bowl type of team, those are the type of positions you go for. Wide receivers, just like I said, it's just it'll move the needle like you think it would. Or the Raiders would be so much better since they got Devontae Adams, but they're not. So, I could be wrong.
That's just me. All right,
I could be wrong.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm in agreement.
Chase Claypool went to Miami. I haven't seen that man's name mentioned once. So,
and then obviously,
we got a question in the chat. Hey guys, we got a question in the chat from Amado. I'm not even trying to say the last name. I've had too many drinks, but he asked, "What do you guys think of T. Higgins? Will he be back to last year's numbers?"
Ooh, that's a good question.
I mean, hey, Rod, you missed the fantasy over here. What's your take on T. Higgins right now?
Man, Bengals are a wild card for me, man. I don't know. All you got to do is have Jamar Chase just bitch about not getting the ball, and then he'll have a 150-yard game with 3 touchdowns. So
that's Jamar Chase.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, T. Higgins, I think to last year, no, and I think it sucks for him because he's at contract year, so teams are paying attention to how well he's doing, and he's had like one good game of the 7 so far, and everything else
broken ribs to go with that.
Yeah, so
it's hard to do shit when you have broken ribs.
And when you got number 1 in front of you that's catching all the targets now. So
I think
you're number 1 that Joe Burrow trusts, you know what I mean?
And you got to look at the T. Higgins situation. He's only at this point in the season 14 receptions, 149 yards, and 2 touchdowns. That's not even close to where he should be if he wants to get 1,000 yards again. And I think it's not his fault. I think if you look at maybe the rest of the season, we are seeing Joe Burrow look a little healthier. That's kind of a good sign. But again, like you guys said, I think they're realizing that they have to throw to number 1. Like, if they want to win football games, which they have to win football games, it's going to be Jamar Chase.
They're coming off a bye week too, so Jamar's going to be a little, happier. Joe's a little healthier. T. Higgins' ribs might be, a little better. I don't know, but speaking of the Bengals, are they buyers or sellers? I mean, they're not sellers, obviously, but unless they want to get rid of T. Higgins and get something. But what do you think what do you think the Bengals are at with everything? Because we look at the Ravens and y'all was talking shit about Lamar Jackson and saying it was his fault. He worked that contract now. I'm just saying. So we know the Ravens are going to be doing something, and the Browns are not going anywhere, and the Steelers are not going anywhere. So what do you think the Bengals should be doing right now?
The Bengals have a lot of issues, and I think one of their main issues is their offense. And I don't know, I don't think it's with the personnel. Like you're talking about, receivers, pretty this. I think they have all of the skill positions perfect. I think it's the offensive line, but I think we're in a state of the NFL where good offensive linemen don't grow on trees. So I don't know who's going to be selling one, right? And if you have a good one, you're probably not going to sell them, right? Because or depending on the situation,
right now,
right? Because if you're Carolina, let's say you're Carolina, right? They're probably one of the biggest sellers. If you have a good offensive lineman, at least one of the 4 or 5 guys, you're not going to get rid of them because you got Bryce Young, and you're trying to protect your asset. So that's my opinion on them. I think they do also need help with defense, but that was always covered up by the fact that they had a good offense. So I won't look too much into their defensive numbers currently, just because I think they're barely on the field right now, and that's what's unfortunate about the Bengals.
Yeah. What about Brian Burns? Speaking of Carolina, what do you think? What do you think is the ideal situation for him right now?
Safety, DB, right?
Brian Burns, yeah,
like a edge rusher.
Oh,
edge rusher. Yeah. Solid one too. I mean, he's solid. You know, I know the Eagles looked at him last year, but I mean, you know, somebody like San Francisco, like the Jags.
That's it. Yep.
Lions.
Yeah, the Jags.
But like
the Lions.
I read that the Lions are kind of big on Chase Young, and oh man, imagine if the Lions got Chase Young, bruh.
Dog, they got Ohio State on one edge and Aiden Hutchinson, Mr. Michigan on the other edge.
Oh,
That's crime. That's a crime right there,
bro.
That's a crime. Oh yeah, A-Rod, yeah, like little Dragon Ball Z.
Kamehameha. Oh yeah. That's awesome. And then there was a rumor about, speaking of your boys, the Ravens, Justin Houston potentially going back to Baltimore from Carolina.
Just retire, bro. God, hang him up, man. He had a good career.
You know, it's surprising when you brought up his name. I'm like, you said, who did you say last night? We said Torian Prince. He's still in the NBA.
Yeah.
That's how I felt about Justin Houston. When I heard his name the other, I'm like, how is he still playing football? Like this.
I sat there and watched Torian Prince hit like 4 straight threes. I'm like, what the hell? Where's this guy been? I thought he was in the G League or in Taiwan.
Nah, he was probably stuck in Minnesota where, look at Vic. Vic is watching the Celtics. I don't know what's going on right now, but
the last two.
Porzingis had 15 points in the first quarter. He had 0 points in the second quarter.
Yeah. It's been 2 minutes, motherfucker. Let's go.
So the last two I wanted to just touch on real quick. Obviously, local stuff. So the Derrick Henry. There's a lot of Derrick Henry trade stuff out there. The Titans pretty much are big time sellers at the deadline, and I keep seeing whispers of potentially the Buccaneers. So that could be fairly interesting to look at, considering they do lean heavy on the play action. Again, like they run kind of a little bit more of an older style offense, and their run game isn't that great. So, I mean, I think he would really help here in Tampa Bay. That'd be kind of dope.
Listen.
Don't do it, Derek.
I was at the game on Sunday.
Don't do it.
He don't want to be there. He didn't want nothing to do with that shit. Nah, I'm just playing. But nah. Listen, the Titans and what's our GM's name? Golly, not Howie Lurie. Jeez, look at me. I'm losing my mind. We got Nick Sirianni, Howie Roseman. Howie Roseman he must have like naked pictures of the Titans, of Indianapolis. He must got some skill. He must know some shit. He be fleecing these teams, right? We got AJ Brown for nothing. We got Kevin Byard for nothing. I just say go trifecta. Let's go get Julio Jones used to be a Titan. We got him for free, obviously from free agency. But I just say Derek, come on down, bro. We got Devontae Smith, Jalen Hurts, Derrick Henry, another Alabama boy. That'd be great. I'm just saying, man, we should just bring the whole SEC over there. So imagine the tush push with Derrick Henry getting a direct snap instead of Jalen Hurts. Who's gonna stop that? And then you can do the little jump pass too. Oh, it's a wrap. I say we just check on him. Like, hey,
all right.
What do you think? What do you think?
Beef Strogie?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
And the last one that I read was pretty interesting. Jerry Jeudy potentially to Carolina to help bolster Bryce Young's development, give him another receiver there, get familiar. Obviously, their team sucks, so it's just going to be about them getting familiar with each other before they build around that. So
Adam Thielen's having a pretty fucking good year. Yeah. I'm not going to lie. And when I looked at his numbers the other day,
because he's the only guy to get open.
Adam Thielen, we gotta stop disrespecting that man. We just thought
no.
All right, so he's opposite of Stephon Diggs. He's opposite of Justin Jefferson.
He-Rod's reverse racist. Calls him white. He's a white guy.
Jefferson's on the opposite of him.
He's like, nah, bro, I am him. Give me the damn football.
Yeah, Jerry Jeudy's definitely gone. I've been seeing his name to Carolina. I've been seeing it to
Carolina. With Steve Smith, ain't gonna allow that shit to happen.
I don't think so. Yeah,
Steve Smith is not gonna allow that
Cortland
to happen.
Sutton. Those were the two.
Indianapolis is an intriguing one that I've seen. I also saw Kansas City. I saw somewhere else too. Forgot. But he's gone. He's definitely gone. I think he just needs a change of scenery. Yeah. I don't know what it is. It
was like a Amari Cooper. Honestly, I see the Cowboys probably going after somebody like him. You know what I mean? Like
Damn.
They'll probably give up a lot.
Yeah.
They just got rid of Amari Cooper, and they're like, "Oh crap, we have to go and get another receiver again."
Exactly.
God, nice job,
That's
Dallas. Idiots.
That's the Cowboy way. That's the
I
Cowboy
can see,
way.
I can see like Atlanta. I can see Atlanta making a push for him too. That'd be a good spot
That'd be
for him, I
kind of
think.
tight. Yeah.
Him
and Drake London?
He's already wasting his talent in Denver. You think he wants to go to a place they don't even throw the damn football?
That's facts.
He'll be miserable.
Honestly, that's facts though.
He'll be miserable.
Agree.
All right, so let's get to this real quick. A-Rod, what was our week 6?
KK won the week with 4 picks. He only missed the
Chiefs.
Chargers, Kansas City.
Right.
Barely.
I don't know how he did that.
That was a trick. I was tricked.
He believed it.
I have the footage. Everybody knows where the footage
The
is at.
degenerate gambling came out of me, and I was tricked. But
All right.
y'all know deep down, I don't know.
Let me go down this list real quick. So let's go through this so we can touch on the NBA. Pause. We got about 30 minutes left. So, all right. So first game. I think I picked some pretty good ones here. First game, I started with 1:00, and then obviously worked our way down to night games. But I didn't pick any night games because they're all trash. So I did only 1 and 4. So first game, Jaguars at Steelers. We got Jacksonville -2.5. The over/under is 42. We'll start with you, Vic.
All right. Also in the chat, I just want to let A-Rod know we all invited ourselves over to your house to watch the USMNT Nations League game. So we're all going to sit on a big couch and watch the game.
That's hey, baby.
Looking forward to it.
Get your pop. Don't invite
popcorn ready, baby. So Jags versus the Steelers. Both teams are one team's 5-2 because they haven't had a bye yet. The other team's 4-2 against the spread. But again, we're picking not the spread because we're still playing this game in 2021 or 2020. I got the Jags. Give me the Jags, and give me the Jags with the spread too, baby. I took the Jags -2.5.
Doubling down. A-Rod, who you got?
Man, this hits kind of home for me because I like Mike Tomlin too, and every time I bet against him, he always does it, man. But Jacksonville's on a tear. Shit, give me Pitt.
KK.
You know what I said last week? I'm going against it. I'm picking the Jags. I think that was a very good win to beat the Rams like I thought they would. But they're on the road. They're at home. And to me, they're probably going to get too comfortable. So give me the Jags.
I think the Jags are going to blow it. I like them. I like the Jags a lot. But I think they're going to blow it because it's in Pittsburgh. Give me Steelers.
They're coming off of a bye.
But they also aren't they on a 4-game win streak? You're dutiful.
Yeah, you're right.
Dutiful.
I am scared of that win streak.
That's what I was looking at too.
I'm very scared of that win streak.
But look at the teams the Jags have beat. The Jags have beat some decent teams. They beat the Falcons when they were on a run. They beat the Bills. I'm talking about this 4-game stretch. They beat the Bills. They beat the Colts, and they beat the Saints. All teams that were kind of on the up and up, and they fucking put them in their place. I think they're going to do the same with the Chargers, the Steelers, who are on the up and up here. Let's go, Jags.
I think the Bills are overrated, but
they are.
I agree. I think Josh Allen's the most overrated player in the league.
All right.
I'm sticking with the Jags. Move on. I'm sticking with the Jags.
Okay. Me and A-Rod with Pittsburgh. All right, so next game, Rams at Cowboys. Cowboys are favored by 6.5. If I'm a betting man, I might bet against that. The over-under is 45.5. We'll start this time with you, KK.
Cowboys.
Taking the Cowboys?
Give me the Cowboys, man. Just give it to me. You give it to me.
Pause. A-Rod.
Pause. Give it to me.
Give me the Cowboys. No voodoo doll attached.
Vic.
You have a second, at least?
So the Cowboys got what 6.5 point favorites over under
6.5 point favorites. Nobody's really out for the Rams. Nobody's really out for the Cowboys except for Diggs. I'm sorry this is taking so long.
You're good, man.
I'm gonna take the Rams here, boys.
We're taking the Rams from a straight up standpoint, or
I'm gonna take the Rams money line, and I'm gonna take the Rams spread as well.
I agree with Vic. I'm doing the same thing.
I like it. Hey, you know me. I'm not gonna be mad. I'm not gonna be mad at all. I gotta just do what I gotta do. You feel me?
Between that and there's other 5 teams he bet on with it.
As he parlays it. Vic said this.
Yeah, I gotta say, the parlay gotta hit this week.
All right, so the next game we got Vikings at Packers. Woof. But the Vikings are favored by 1 point, which is really funny. So you might as well take the money line on that. Over under 43. Who did I start with last time? I started with KK last time, so I'll start with you, Vic.
I'll take the Vikings. I'm gonna take the Packers. I think they're due.
Hey, Rod.
Give me Minnesota.
KK.
At Green Bay, I'm taking Green Bay.
Give me Minnesota. Damn, A-Rod. We're on the same page, dog. All right, so maybe that's bad for you, A-Rod. Yeah, maybe that's bad for you.
You good, son.
All right, so next game I got the Browns at Seahawks. I think this game's actually going to be kind of decent. Seattle minus 3.5, although the over-under is only 38.5, so take for that what you will. So, KK, who you got there?
The over-under is 38.5, and that same Browns team gave up how much to the Colts with a backup quarterback? I know the Browns defense is pretty good, and I would like to pick the Browns, but the 12th man will kick in, and I don't think Deshaun Watson's playing, and P.J. Walker's luck can only go on for so long. Give me Geno Smith.
Hey, Rod.
I'm on the same page. They're also a little bit injury hampered at running back. I know Ford is out. Kareem Hunt's going to start. Should be okay, but it's still a question mark. We don't know what we're going to get out of Kareem Hunt. But, yeah, the P.J. Walker magic show can only go on for 2 games for me.
These chapters are going to run out.
He ain't Johnny Walker, that's for sure. So, yeah, give me Seattle.
Vic.
Who the fuck is Johnny Walker? And give me the Seahawks.
I'm going to ride that Johnny Walker train. Give me P.J. Walker. Give me the Browns.
Oh, okay.
All right, so the final game that I chose, Bengals at Niners. Another game I thought could be pretty decent. 49ers favored by 5.5, over under 45. Vic, who you got there?
This is a tough game, Sammy. This is another Midwest team going west for a late kickoff. Give me the Niners, who are 4-2-1 against the spread here. Give me the Niners.
A-Rod.
Give me San Fran.
KK.
Man.
They can't lose 3 in a row. They can't.
That's the only reason why I'm picking the 49ers, but I would love to see it. I would love to see the Bengals because they're coming off of a bye week. Joe Burrow a little healthier, but I'll take the Niners.
No Deebo Samuel. Christian McCaffrey's hampered. Give me the Bengals.
Ooh.
Give me the Bengals.
Christian McCaffrey, is he playing or is he
He's playing, but
man that wants to win a week.
I don't want to win a week. I just want to make it fun. All right.
If he's playing, if he's just hampered, that's one thing. But he's playing, yeah, give me the Niners.
All right. So let's get into it, boys. We got the NBA. Obviously, we got one game or a couple games going on right now. Vic, you want to give us a quick score update?
It's on a commercial.
Oh, great. Awesome.
Yeah, last time I checked, Celtics were up by 10.
Okay. All right. So
I'll tell you, the score is currently 64-53 Boston.
There we go.
Yes.
Middle of the
Now we're
third
up
quarter.
11. Suck it.
All right. So the first thing that I wanted to do before we kind of get into before we get into kind of our NBA talk is who do you love? I know it's everybody's favorite segment. Who do you love? And the guy that I chose to feature this week is none other than my boy
Dwight Howard.
Paolo Banchero. I mean, close,
Oh,
right? I mean, Orlando.
We know who Dwight Howard loves.
Yeah. Orlando.
You
So
think he likes Italians? Let me stop. Let me chill.
I hope you guys don't hate me. I did a little bit better this time with choosing
I'm gonna judge you.
comparisons.
I'm gonna judge you.
And so at least let me cook, right? So listen to where I'm starting, and then it's gonna get better. Okay. So
Okay.
Paolo Banchero or Mikal Bridges.
Okay. Not bad.
Close, brother.
You're right. You go first.
I like
Are we
Mikal.
talking about Prison League?
I like Mikal still. I need to
Not
see another
Miles
year.
Bridges, bro. Like
Oh,
Mikhail.
sorry.
Bridges or Mikel? Which one?
Vic keeps thinking it's Miles Bridges. It's Mikhail Bridges.
I always get them mixed up. I
got a high ceiling from Mikel Bridges now that he's free from Phoenix's torture in the desert. I think he's going to be a pretty good player in in Brooklyn. So I like his trajectory. I'm going to give him a slight edge over Banchero. You're a backup Orlando fan. We know that.
Vic, go
Yeah.
ahead. Somebody go.
You're
Somebody
high,
go.
dude. First of all, it's a tough one because they both play different positions. But I mean, you're high if you think Mikal Bridges' ceiling is more than Paolo Banchero. Paolo Banchero is like incredible and has a chance to be probably like a top 10 forward in this league. And I'm not trying to be hyperbolic here. I really think he can be one of the best forwards in this league. He's incredible. His passing, his vision, his scoring. He can score from three different spots on the court. Give me Paolo Banchero all day, every day.
KK?
You stole words right out of my mouth, Mr. Vic. I'm going to make it a point to go to Magic games this year simply so I can watch the trajectory of Paolo Banchero.
We should all go to one.
I got my
Definitely,
jersey coming in the
definitely.
mail. So
I love Mikal Bridges. Don't get me wrong. I love that guy. But we're talking about ceiling. Banchero's ceiling is what did Michael Jordan say? The ceiling is the roof.
Ceiling is the roof.
His ceiling is way past that. So yeah, give me Banchero.
all right. So Paolo Banchero or Paul George?
Sammy, you didn't even go. Who do you love?
Oh, Banchero, bro. I told you guys this is my favorite player in the NBA right now.
Oh. You said Paul George?
You said favorite player in the NBA?
Yeah.
Does Paul George even play?
I mean, yeah,
Does Taurean Prince even play?
Are we talking about, all right. I'll go. I'll still take Paul George currently, but depends on how we're stating this question. Because Paul George, if it was for one playoff series, I need one of those two right now. Even though playoff P still kind of gets on my nerves, Paul George's skill set right now is still elite. So I'll still go Paul George for now.
Hey, Rob.
Go Vic.
What's my saying? What's my saying, guys? Everybody knows my saying.
Availability.
Is availability.
Correct.
Okay, Paolo Banchero.
Correct. That's fair.
Yeah, I'm also kind of a Paul George hater because I just feel like he just like robs us of the game since he never plays, and the poor Clippers fans pay to go watch him play, and he's never there. So yeah, give me Banchero.
Keep in mind when he was in Indy and OKC, he played and he was a dog. He's just under this culture that is the Los Angeles Clippers, which we know has been shitty since 1905. You know what I mean? So I got to cut him a little bit of slack. I don't think he wakes up in the morning and say, I don't feel like playing basketball today. I just think the front office is just kind of just, annoying. So, give me Paul George.
All right. I choose Paolo Banchero as well. So, Paolo Banchero.
I'm sorry, Sam. I got to say something. I just saw the funniest thing. So, Isaiah Hartenstein tried to, go at Jaylen Brown, and the entire Knicks team was like, yo, shut the fuck up, Hartenstein, and, pushed him away from fucking Jaylen Brown. I was like, sorry, Jaylen.
We apologize, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, sorry, Sammy.
You're good. Paolo Banchero or Kawhi Leonard?
Oh, come on, man.
I'm still taking Kawhi. I don't care.
Yeah, man. That's yeah.
I'm gonna take Kawhi here, even though availability thing sinks in.
Tough one,
Yeah,
right?
no. And availability has its limits, and I mean it's Kawhi Leonard, dude. When he plays, he's one of the best players in the NBA.
Okay.
When he plays.
That
is the problem, but
yeah.
Yes, correct. So when he does play.
I got a few more here. So Paolo Banchero or Julius Randle?
Banchero, bro. Come on, man.
Okay.
Come on, man.
Everybody Banchero?
A-Rod wants to say Julius.
A-Rod,
You know what he's about to say. He got the jersey on and everything.
Okay. Paolo Banchero or Pascal Siakam?
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one. I like Paulo though.
You know who said it? I forgot who said. I think what's our point guard's name that we have now? Patrick Beverly. I think it was him who said it. If I see Siakam or OG Anunoby in a dark alley, I'm not going to be scared. And it's true. If I see Siakam, I'm like,
no disrespect, are you gonna be able to see them in a dark alley? Like,
Whoa!
I was just saying, like,
hey. If I could be seen in a dark alley,
all facts.
he'll
Okay.
be seen in the dark alley.
Hey, thank you guys for tuning into the last podcast of the Fair Weather Podcast. We've been.
It was nice knowing everybody because Sammy's trying to get us
I'm
canceled.
getting canceled. Yeah. Free Palestine. No, I'm just kidding.
Siakam don't scare me at all. I'm sorry. But like Bankero, when I wake up, if I'm game planning, I'm like, damn, Bankero can do this. He can score from here. Like it's like Carmelo Anthony. Like when you have the game plan against Carmelo Anthony, there's a lot of shit you got to game plan against. Siakam, he's just trying to use his length. That's all I know. So
yeah
he was Bankero.
Siakam was that guy maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I don't think he's that guy anymore. Bankero definitely has the trajectory to be a much better player than Siakam was at his peak. So I'll give me Paolo Bankero, baby, Brazilian.
All right, I got 3 more. 3 to 4 more. So real quick, we'll do it real quick. We'll shoot them off. Paolo Banchero or Lauri Markkanen?
Paolo.
Don't KK. Don't even think it.
That's a good one though.
I'll pass.
Okay.
Paolo
Banchero.
He likes the Finnish guy.
Paolo Banchero, Brandon Ingram.
Bankero.
Bankero.
This is a good one. That's another good one.
It's too skinny for me, man.
Ingram's solid. Ingram's solid.
Snap.
But I'll take Paolo's ceiling over what their current ability is right now. I'll take Paolo.
And listen, what's his name? Lauri Markkanen just fought for his country. The man was in the army. You got to get that counts for something, okay? That got to count for something.
He was in the Finnish army. Like,
he was fighting.
What were they fighting?
There.
They fighting Israel? No, I didn't think so. I'm just kidding.
Hey, respect my dog. He respect my dog.
I'm just kidding.
Thanks, guys, for tuning in. This is the last podcast of the Fair Weather Podcast.
I'm on. They just fire me later. It's fine.
We've been
last 2.
We've been canceled for not only for inciting terrorism.
It is 66-66 right now, by the way, boys and girls.
All right, the last two. This is real quick. Paolo Banchero or Anthony Davis or Kevin Durant.
Wait, come on, hold on, Sammy. This is ridiculous.
Next question.
You're playing the injury bug.
I went down the list. So I went down the list of all the forwards, kind of that were, I think, within scoring range and stuff like that of where I think the ceiling of. I didn't say that they were better. You guys were talking all in the middle of them, so I think I made a good statement that he's kind of in that middle tier and climbing. Like he's climbing all those tiers,
Kevin
right?
Durant and Anthony Davis.
Double dribble.
I mean, yeah, I didn't say he was.
Yes,
those names should not be brought up right now with Paolo Banchero. I am sorry. That is taking
I think
away
Anthony Davis can be. I think Anthony Davis 100% can be.
That's a clear path.
Not Kevin Durant.
Can somebody tell me why the Knicks get a fucking home game? They didn't even fucking make the second round of the playoffs. Why are they home to lead off the season? It makes no fucking sense.
Can someone tell me why the Celtics haven't won a championship after we have you jamokes on here now and you just talk shit how good they are every year and they don't win?
That's true.
Please, at least we get there.
Perfect segue. Perfect segue.
Just want to know.
Perfect segue. NBA preview. You know, I'm gonna let you guys take off because I think I'm gonna get canceled. So I'll let you guys take over the show, and so pretty much open session on the NBA preview and all that.
First and foremost, I just want to let the world know I don't give a shit about what happens with James Harden. They can send his ass to Miami, Houston, LA, Toronto, China, Israel. I don't care. He does not want to win basketball games. Sam, look what you made me do.
James Harden starting from Maccabi, whatever.
Tel Aviv. He can go to Tel Aviv.
Maccabi, Tel Aviv.
I don't care.
That's for sure.
I don't care. He can go, bro. Like, he is not trying to win basketball games. He wants to go hang out with Lil Baby. That's cool. Go hang out with Lil Baby. That's fine. But all I'm saying is Tyrese Maxey's ready to blow. Pause. But that's crazy. But James Harden will be in the way. He can go home wherever he wants, trade him, cut him. I don't care. Salary cap. Bye-bye. The Knicks, though. I know y'all. I heard y'all wanted Joel Embiid. What's up, man? What y'all trying to give up?
And I don't want to. We got to give up too much. If we do
What y'all
that,
trying to give up?
we're setting ourselves back way too far. If we do that, 3 of our starters? No, absolutely not. Screw that.
I want Villanova. Give me Villanova.
I know you want Villanova, but that ain't happening. I don't want Joel Embiid. I mean, I would at the right price, but like not to give up 3 starters and have to rebuild with scrubs around it. So it's the same team as last year. We just added DiVincenzo, and it looks nice, but we'll see what he does. Right now, we're down by 1 to the Celtics, and it's okay with me.
About to be down by 2. Zinger at the line, baby.
Vic.
It's going to be
just mute the mic.
No,
I'm just kidding.
Entertaining here.
Vic, I got a question for you.
Go ahead, Vic.
I got a question for you, Vic.
Go ahead, me.
You have obviously watched the first 3 quarters of the basketball game. Watching your Boston Celtics. You're obviously high on them and everything like that.
Yeah.
And don't say injury. What is going to be the reason why I don't make it to the NBA Finals?
There is no reason, my friend.
Jaylen Brown's left hand.
You got to give me one.
Jaylen Brown's left
There's
hand.
no reason. We're going to make the finals. There's no reason. There's nothing. Nothing's going to hold us back.
Okay.
If injury cannot be a reason, then there is no reason. We should make the finals.
The event that y'all don't make the finals,
it would be injury.
Conversation.
It would be injury. It would be injury. That's the only way. That's the only reason that's going to stop this team. This team is only going to get better, and they're probably going to. Let's be honest. They'll probably pick up a buyout guy eventually, right?
Y'all got money. Well,
no,
I don't really need that much money for a buyout guy, but
how much y'all get paid in Pritchard again?
I think he's only getting paid like 5-6 million
minutes right now.
Yo, Al Horford just trained to 3. Suck on those. Come on, Dwight Howard, suck on those nuts.
Jeez, guys, I'm trying to make it to next week, y'all. Come on.
Dwight Howard's like, you had my curiosity, but now you have my attention.
Dwight Howard's tuned in.
Oh my God, man! Dwight Howard's in the chat.
Oh my God.
All right, Sammy, do you agree with Vic?
Yes, partially, but I also think it's Jaylen Brown's left hand.
Come on, the left hand is not big of a deal.
Oh, it's
and he slips and falls in big moments all the time.
Deal. Well, it's because he can't go. He's not comfortable going left, so he slips. Like it's.
But we don't need Jaylen Brown to be that second scorer anymore. We have Porzingis, man. This guy is incredible. I mean, this guy is so fucking good. I'm watching him play right now. He's incredible. He's God's gift.
15 points in the first half. Now he has 1 point in the second half. So
what? He affects the game defensively. He affects the spacing. Derek White is doing his thing in the second half. That's not a big deal. I don't need him to score 25 points a game. I just need him to
be Anthony Davis to Kristaps.
He'll be there.
Listen. Speaking of Anthony Davis, we obviously saw the Lakers' new roster yesterday, and Denver's still cohesive and they know how to play basketball together. So it's still Denver's West, but obviously, the hot names are the Phoenix Suns, the Los Angeles Lakers. Who else are teams looking out for right now in the West besides those 3? I can't think of anybody else.
OKC.
Memphis. OKC as a finals team, though, that's a lot to put on a young squad. They're like OKC.
How many years is OKC going to be young, though? Like we've been saying it for the last 2 years.
Shell Holmgren is a rookie. Like this is literally OKC 2007, 8, 9, 10, when it was KD, James Harden, and Russell Westbrook. They kind of just worked their way into being a 55-win team and make it to the finals. To me, they still need to play together. Shea's still young. Chet's still young. Giddey's still young.
But like Shea and Giddey had their biggest leap in the NBA last year, right? Scoring wise.
Okay.
Isn't it now they have to basically. Right, but now you're gonna
but
isn't this the opportunity for you to isn't exactly and isn't this the opportunity for you to show out that you guys are serious? Like it shouldn't just be they're young, we should forgive them. Don't get me wrong, I think they're a dark horse team because everybody's overlooking them. But if you think about the skill set on that team, I mean, they're deep, right? They have really, really talented top-level talent. So, I mean, this should be their opportunity.
To win a champ, to make it to the finals, or what?
I mean, make a playoff run, right? But then potentially screw somebody up and maybe make it to the West Finals. Not the NBA Finals, but like maybe just fuck around and find out.
Sam, right? you have a great outline here. Can we? This outline is great. I mean. You just want to go down the outline that you have right here, the Dark Horses outline?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Hit it.
Nah, no, you're the host. You do it. You're the
You
host.
want me to do it?
You want to talk about the outline?
You want Dwight to do it?
We're talking about
Do
OKC,
it.
right? We're already talking about OKC. First of all, do you have who has the over under pulled up right now?
Me.
All right, what is OKC?
Yeah.
44.5.
44.5.
That's 3 games over 500.
Yeah, I'll take the over on that. No, I'll push. No, you can't push on the half. I'll say they win like 45, 46 games. Yeah, can't push on the half. Yeah, 45. So to me, 45, 46 wins. That's going to get you a 6 seed or a play-in spot. And to me, if they win one playoff round, that is a massive success for me because again, they have to work all these young pieces into this unit that we want them to be. But there's still the Zion Williamson healthy led Pelicans they got to deal with. There's still John Morant coming back from suspension they got to deal with, and Marcus Smart on that team. And Marcus Smart on that team now. You still got the Clippers, you still got the Lakers, you still got the Suns, not to mention the Denver Nuggets. And Kyrie Irving and Luka, we'll see what this year looks like. But
Kyrie's going to be in LA.
They're playing a full season together. So, and I didn't even say anything about Golden State. So, for them to make a run, that's going to be tough.
I'm going to say this, though, about your Kyrie point. Every single year Kyrie says he wants to stay somewhere, he ends up leaving. So, this year he said he wanted to stay in Dallas forever. He's going to leave. Like, he did it in Boston. He did it in Cleveland. Every single time. He's going to LA. He knows it. He's sucking people in, pause. And he's leaving. He's gone. He's going to LA. He's going to the Lakers. He's going to Daddy. He's going to go to Daddy LeBron. And that's where he's going to play. And they might win a championship there. But he's not staying in Dallas. He's not staying in Dallas. Because he lies. He lies. And people eat it up.
He's a liar.
If you guys would have me, I'm here for the long haul. Y'all didn't want to have him.
We did. What?
Yeah, because
y'all played so well without him in the playoffs. They're like, we don't even need you. We don't even need you.
No, he quit in the playoffs.
He did quit in the playoffs.
Y'all playing well without him. I ain't need him.
I got Drew Holiday.
I'll tell you what. We don't need Sam fucking Hauser. He's dog shit.
Oh my god. All right, moving on. We talked about Paolo Banchero. So the Magic. Yeah. What's the over under on them?
Sorry, it's 37.5. I knew it was about 38. So.
Over.
Slam that
over. 40 games, I think. That's my spot.
That's my number 40 to 42. Like yeah.
You think?
Nah. 38.
That's still over.
It's hard. Like, how many games did they win last year?
Don't forget that I saw the stat the other day. They had one of the best records in the second half of the season. They were like 29 and something like that. So, or 29 and 27. So they were an over 500 team when everything started cooking. So carry that over into this year.
They were 34 and 48. So for them to go from 34 wins to 7-8 more wins, that's a lot. So
no. That's all. Their over under is 37.5. So you don't think they can win 4 more games?
No. That I'll agree that they can get, but I wouldn't say 40 and 42 is tough. I'll say 37, 38. That's about right. Yeah, that's about right.
Yep.
Slam the over. Right. Slam that over, everybody. If you're listening, slam that over. That's a good team. Franz Wagner is legit. Paolo Banchero is legit. They have some guard issues, but I think they'll figure that out.
That's what I'm concerned about. Are they gonna? Because right now they're beating the dog shit out of Houston, but Houston's is trash, right?
They always got too many guards. They got too.
Yeah, they got too many guards. That's the problem.
Like the Celtics, 10 years ago when y'all had all these role players on your team that Danny Ainge was just fleecing everybody's like, yes.
Weren't we also the number 2 seed?
Take this guy.
So
exactly. So it's just a team of role players.
Slam the over.
What about San Antonio? Because we obviously know what's going on with Wemby, and there's going to be so much camera time on him this evening. So, how many wins do you think Wemby's going to add for San Antonio's season?
So they got the win total right now at 28.5, and I believe last year they won 23 games, if I'm not mistaken. So
does Wemby make them 6 games better?
Correct. I don't think so.
I agree. I think he might.
I don't think so.
Look, we saw what he can do defensively on the perimeter and in the paint, right? Like, he will change life defensively. offensively, he might get winded because the game's a little different. So as we get deeper and deeper in the season, I feel like he might have a little bit of a some growing pains to go through. But is he gonna make them 6 wins better? I can say that. I can see that. 35 wins is not out of the question to me.
30 what?
They were tanking last year. You got to keep that in mind. They were actively trying to tank.
Right, but do you think that just having a core of Keldon Johnson and Victor Wembanyama, you're set? Like that's it? Like you need other pieces there.
If they say he is what they think he is, he should be able to get them 30 plus wins.
I don't think he plays. I'm putting the over under at 60 games for him, and I'm taking the under.
But he needs to be eligible for season awards. You got to play 65 games. And he was that rookie of the year.
Exactly. So I don't think he's going to last the whole season. I hope I'm wrong.
I hope I'm wrong. Like Chet Holmgren, I had a feeling he was going to get hurt. Wemby, I feel a little bit more confident about him because he's been playing professional basketball already for a couple of years.
Well, remember, Chet Holmgren is eligible this year.
Yeah, he is. Chet Holmgren to me is a dark horse for winning Rookie of the Year. To be honest with you, but I think he's gonna play 65 games. So if he plays 65, he should be able to win 30 of those. Give me the over on that win total. But do y'all think he's gonna live up to the hype though, or not the hype? That's a lot to ask for. What's a successful season for him? A-Rod.
For Wemby?
Yeah.
Like stats wise or wins wise?
What's a successful season for whether it's wins, stats, whatever it is? What do you think is a successful year one for him?
Let me see out of him at least 10 rebounds. Since you're this freakish long guy, let's see an efficient 3-point percentage. Since you're apparently this Euro star too. On top of that, I think 15, 16 points for him. I'm sure people are asking for 20, but I think they've got enough. I think people are undervaluing what Sochin brings to the team, and I think he's going to be a good complement with Wemby, both of them playing together, because this building of the foreign roster is starting all over again in San Antonio, and there's going to be another prospect next year that we're not thinking about, and he's going to come on over too. So I say like 15 and 10 or 15 and 10.
Kristaps Porzingis rookie year, he played 72 games, 14 points, 7 rebounds, 42% from the field.
How many minutes?
Is that he played 28 minutes? Is that sustainable?
It's about right.
He could do that.
It's about right.
Yeah, he could do that.
All right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's only going to be playing 28 minutes, so I don't think he's going to be like you can't really take the over if your guy is only going to play 28 minutes a game. You think 28 minutes a game, 14 points a game is 6 wins?
But to me, he's going to average a little bit more than that because he is a little bit better.
So you got him at 17 then. You got him around 17.
So Kristaps that's fair because Kristaps is not a good athlete. He just can shoot the ball. This man's actually a good athlete on top of the other attributes that he brings.
Yeah, Vic. Yeah. Look at Vic's face.
Vic mad. Is Vic mad?
That you said
he's not a good athlete. He's not a good athlete. My bad.
Not a good athlete.
He's not a good athlete. He can shoot the ball. He's not a
good
athlete.
Please.
That's all I got.
All right, my other team that I wanted to do too as well, was the Atlanta Hawks. So I think their over under is 42.5.
I don't like it.
So pretty much Vegas is saying they're about a little bit better than a 500 team, but I think they're better than that. And I think Quinn Snyder's got something under his like. I like Quinn Snyder over there, man. I don't know what it is. I think he's gonna bring the best out of that squad. What do you guys think?
Actually, I take that back. They finally let Collins go finally after like 5 years holding him hostage.
That's a good point. Very good point.
And they just signed the USC kid to stay there to a big contract. Yep. I say 500 though.
You got him at 41? Dang, you got the under. All right.
You know what? The Atlanta Hawks are one of those teams that they'll either suck or be good. To me, that's how I see it.
Exactly.
And I think Trae Young's got a lot to prove this year, and Quinn Snyder's going to get a lot out of Trae Young. So yeah, I'll take the over. I'll say like they win like 44, 45 games.
And I see. Here's my perfect scenario for the Atlanta Hawks. Right, there's a little bit of a chip on your shoulder with Trae Young, right, over the last couple of years. And not to mention, they might be one of the few teams that are trying to overachieve in the regular season, while some of these other kind of more seasoned teams like Milwaukee, Boston, Philly, Miami might just be kind of cruising. You know what I mean? So maybe, I can see a situation where Atlanta, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but maybe they mess around and get like a top 4 seed just because everybody else is kind of like, you know what, like, we don't need to do that. We've noticed. Yeah, exactly. Like we don't need.
They won't be able to do that, but they'll make it.
They will make it. Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Because you got to understand, Boston, Cleveland, Miami, Milwaukee, Philly.
I'm not that high on Cleveland this year.
I like Cleveland.
I think we saw the peak. I think we saw them peak, man.
Imani Bates. Just remember that name because they stole that man.
He's been saying it for years. He's been saying it for years. They stole
that man. So I've been on this Imani Bates train for a few years. Pause. They stole that man. Pause. They stole that man in that draft. So yeah. But before we wrap it up, everybody pick your team that's not your team that you're going to be following this year on League Pass. Go Vic.
Magic.
Sammy.
Mine's the Indiana Pacers. I think they got a young squad.
That's random.
They got a young squad. I like Matherin. I like Shibwe. I like Shibwe in college, so I kind of want to see if he can become like a young type of Bam Adebayo type player. And obviously, I really want to follow OKC, but I just don't think I'm going to be able to stay up every night to watch Oklahoma City games. So I'm like, let me pick somebody on the East Coast or a little bit more on the East Coast. So I was like, I'll do it.
They're in the Midwest.
Yeah, but still. Yeah, it's not like 3 hours,
It's not like Phoenix or Portland. What about you, A-Rod?
Oh, stop.
Milwaukee?
I'll go with Dame goes.
You know what? Mine changes every year. Mine this year is going to be Portland. I want to see how because Scoot Henderson's somebody I really want to follow. So I want to see how Scoot and DeAndre Ayton and Anthony, I want to see how they look this year. So I'm gonna try to watch the Portland games this year. On top of the Magic for sure, but they won't have to be on League Pass. They'll be on Bally Sports or whatever that crap is. So yeah, that's all I got.
All right, what do we do? What do we got for your Western Conference Finals and Eastern Conference Finals?
Let's save that for another episode. Let's save that one for another one. Let's wrap this.
All right.
Yeah, let's wrap it up and we'll do that because that way
let's get through the first week of basketball and kind of just see how the teams actually look, and then I should be ready by next week because it's still hard to tell. It's still too hard to tell right now.
Also, one last thing that I wanted to get to, I want to just say it real quick. The Miami Heat disrespect is so real right now. The over/under is 44.5. Another hard sell on that one. I'm hitting that hard. Pause. 44.5 over. I think the disrespect is real. That's only 3 games over 500. I think the Miami Heat are way better than that. Not to mention that last year they were very injured, and I think they're going to be a little bit better. I think Tyler Hero is going to have a huge chip on his shoulder because all offseason everybody was talking about how he's not worth Damian Lillard, and I think he's going to be cooking. I think he's going to be cooking. I know he's not, but I'm saying that gives him a little bit more incentive, and that team. The last thing you need to do is give the Miami Heat any fire, and no pun intended. You know what I mean? But
I'm just happy that Jimmy Butler came in with the perm because now he's gonna kill it this year. You know that. You don't come in with the perm and not kill it. So
exactly.
I agree.
Because tonight's the night that I will fight for you.
That's good. Yeah.
All right, A-Rod, where can they find us at?
All right, so you can find us on X at fair_weather_pod. You can catch us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, search the Fair Weather Podcast, and wherever you subscribe or listen to the audio, you can catch the podcast audio there as well. Words of wisdom, somebody take it away. Usually it's K, maybe it's Sammy, maybe it's Vic. Somebody take it.
NCAA, leave Jim Harbaugh alone. Look, he just wants to go win his ring. He's going to win his championship, and he'll go to the NFL because y'all been trying to get rid of him for so long, and I get it. It's cool. He's too big for the sport. Leave Jim Harbaugh alone because everybody knows every team does the same exact thing. So let's just leave that man alone and let him live. Let my dog fly.
Also, all views expressed by me are solely mine, so don't cancel these guys. You can just cancel me. So I had to clear the air on that.
You're going to Celtic and give us fucking fourth quarter leads all the time.
And Peyton Pritchard got 2 points now, by the way, boys and girls, 2 points.
And also Caleb Williams. I don't know if he's him.
Stop worrying about our fucking contracts. Worry about your own.
I don't know if he's him. We'll see.
See y'all
Fuck
next
Sam Hauser.
week.